I'm sorry, who am I speaking with?
Chief Shelton,
Chief Shelton, do you mind if I get your badge number?
340.
Awesome, thank you for that information. So, I'm calling again. I don't know if you were the officer I spoke to the first time about this. My name's Alexandra Dean. It's pertaining to a subpoena for taking a deposition with it says specifically Cuba Police Department, 602 South Franklin Street. So that's you guys. Not Stillville, not Crawford. So, were you guys ever served this subpoena? From the last officer that I talked to, he said that an entire Cuba Police Department wouldn't be served.
I have zero idea what you're speaking of. You sound like you're talking in a tunnel, for one.
I'm sorry, I had to let my dog outside. I'm sorry about that. So, this is a subpoena for taking a deposition for my records, as well as Brian Walk and Justin Walk, for the Cuba Police Department. Now, it was made by Ranker Hamilton and Fenley. I'm just trying to know, were you guys ever served this exact subpoena? It says that it was made on 7/21/22, so it would have been around that time served to you guys.
I do not recall ever seeing a subpoena for the entire police department.
That's the concern here. So yesterday in family court, it says that Ranker Hamilton and Fenley, they claim they filed this and served you guys with this. Yesterday in court.
The entire police department?
Yep, that's what it says. Cuba Police Department. I can send you this as a fax so that you can see.
Well, I can guarantee you that is that somebody else's attorney? That's not your attorney?
That was my attorney. I had to fire him because I was finding a lot of
Yeah. I mean, first of all, it's almost impossible to subpoena the whole entire police department to be at a deposition where we can't leave the city and all the officers go down for a deposition.
That's what I'm saying. I know
Yeah.
Someone told me that last time, so this is very peculiar. So, but this is the issue. So John Fenley sat in family court yesterday on the record and said that you guys, the Cuba Police Department, did receive this subpoena for taking a deposition. And then he even went as far as saying that you guys responded to it and attached, it looks like one police record to it, and it's just something about Justin Walk having a little bit of marijuana in his backpack. I know that Justin Walk has more police records than this, so that's why I had to request them. And your clerk sent them to me on Friday. I haven't received them in the mail yet, so I don't know how much more information I'm actually going to get now that I officially requested my records. But what I'm saying is Ranker Hamilton and Fenley just pulled your Cuba Police Department into a court case that has been held against me for the last 2 years, that a lot of these documents are fraudulent, and my daughters are living in York County, Cuba, with a man who is a persistent domestic offender and has been charged, he wasn't convicted because the prosecutor refused to acknowledge my charges and my restraining order, but he assaulted me, 3rd-degree domestic assault. This man has no business with my daughters. He's paid, apparently he said $100,000 to these courts. I've only been able to pay about $25,000. So what this is called case fixing. And I talked to the Bridgeton sheriff, Shilley. He said that although Ranker Hamilton and Fenley's office is in his town, he cannot go make an arrest because it's on you guys to press charges on Fenley and on whoever put this Circuit Court of St. Louis seal in place of where there should be a file stamp, because that's forgery. It's on you guys to go file charges on them for pulling your police department into this mess.
That's a whole lot to take in at once. I hadn't heard of anything.
If you would like, I can send you a fax.
No idea about this case.
Yeah, I know, because, well, I've been calling the Crawford Police Department. They have an open investigation with me pertaining to all this with going on with my daughters, because they've been reporting sexual and physical abuse to me in my visitations that were stripped of me. As soon as I started pointing out to my lawyer that these are forged, they stripped me of my visitations. So now I can't even check on my babies while they're living with a persistent domestic offender who's also a pedophile. He is a pedophile. His own son admits that he's a pedophile and would plant pornography.
Where does he live?
He lives at 1035 White Hawk Drive.
Say that one more time.
1035 White Hawk Drive. Cuba, Missouri.
White Hawk?
Yep, 65453.
Okay.
His name's Brian Walk, and I barely even knew him before they gave him temporary custody of my daughters. Now, I know this sounds scary, but I'm almost 100% sure that this seal of the Circuit Court of St. Louis County, where there's supposed to be a file stamp, was placed there by my judge. Because I don't think Finley would be able to get it stamped like that. He just constructed it. And my judge is currently under investigation with the FBI right now for being a child abusive judge who signs abusive orders against fit parents like myself who haven't broken laws. I've proven myself fit. I've taken 13 panel drug tests and passed it. I've done everything. There's not a single court order I haven't followed. But yet he's allowed my case to sit in limbo for the last more than half a year so that Brian can have more time with my daughters. What would a 65-year-old man who should be retiring soon, what would he want to do with my 2 adolescent daughters that he never even knew? This is bad.
I don't have an answer for that.
What?
I don't have an answer for that.
Well, he lives alone with them, and my daughters, I've had to call DCFS several times because my daughters are showing serious signs of physical and very bad sexual abuse.
Okay. So what can I do for you today?
I want you to file charges on John Finley and open an investigation against his law firm and against, I'm sad to say, Division 38, or he moved to Division 15, John Lasseter, and I want to know why they are manipulating CaseNet and manipulating documents and pulling your police department in this, because you guys never received this deposition. You guys never responded to it. But he sat in court yesterday and said you specifically did respond to it, and you guys are the ones that attached this police report to it.
Most likely.
I'm sorry, what?
Here's what you're going to have to do.
Okay.
In order for us to look into it and find out if this is a criminal charge or if this is a civil case.
Okay.
If it's a civil case, it's going to have to be taken care of through an attorney of yours. But in order for us to find out if it's something we have to investigate, if the crime occurred here in Cuba and it's something that we investigate, where's your attorney located?
He's located in Bridgeton, and their sheriff directed me to you.
No, that's wrong. If it's your attorney there is committing a crime, he's committing it there, not here. The crime has not committed here. So, in order for you to find out if there's a crime that we can investigate, you'd have to come here and talk with my investigator.
Can he not just call me? Can he call me?
We don't do criminal cases over the phone.
Well, I can tell you that I don't trust any of the police anymore after they tried to execute me by lethal gas in the back of their police van and kidnapped my daughters on behalf of Justin and Brian Walk and paternal family in front of 2,000 people on Facebook Live.
And lots of people don't trust the police officers, but we can't handle criminal cases or investigate them over the phone.
So you want me to drive all the way to the Cuba Police Department and trust that you're not going to harm me when I just figured out that there's serious federal offenses going on with a judge and an entire court?
Right, because it's probably something that we need to find out, and it's probably something we won't be able to investigate, because if they're in Bridgeton, that's where that, and it's not, if the crime's not being committed in Cuba, there's not, but there's a crime that is being committed in Cuba, you'd have to come here to file the report.
How do I know you're not going to violate my rights just like the St. Louis City
How do
police
you know-
officers did?
How do you know anybody's not?
Because that's why I don't walk into police stations anymore and try to file charges on, because this is huge. This is massive. This is case fixing. I don't trust strangers, period. You guys are strangers to me. I don't see why.
We're strangers, but you're calling me, wanting me to do favors for you. I can't do that over the phone. My officer's not going to take a criminal report over the phone. We don't do it over the phone.
I wouldn't really consider this a favor. This is a federal offense, and they just pulled your Cuba Police Department in it.
If it's a federal offense, then you call the FBI.
FBI? That's a good tip, I guess.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. They handle federal cases.
Okay, well, you might be hearing from them then, because I don't feel safe enough to meet up with strangers to do anything about something this large.
Right. Because once they figure out there's a case, there's local FBI agents, not necessarily in Crawford, but yeah, we've talked to them before. Not a problem.
Okay, I'm gonna call them and I'm gonna see what pathways I can take to try to get this investigation open without putting myself in harm's way.
Okay. Very good.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.